lot of space, but she awkwardly takes up all now.
I gotta remember how to like find that. Does anyone have the link to my D&D Beyond page for my character?
I am the only person who'd have that, so yes.
Yeah,
Okay, because
that is a Gary thing. That is a
okay, because I need to update it with my stuff.
Yes, hang on. I will send you the editable version.
Cool. I have it written down for now, but I'll do it later.
Oh no, I'm literally downloading it as we speak.
Oh, okay.
I should really make a D&D Beyond one for this.
Huh?
D&D Beyond's a great tool.
Yeah.
Did you see the new trailer?
I might have made one for you.
Did you?
Hang on, let me check.
I thought you made one.
I totally did.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Send that to me, please. I'll update it.
I'll send it to you later. Anyway. Hey guys, welcome to Band of Blunderers. We're back this week. We were not gone last week. We were here last week, so I don't know why I said we're back this week. But we are back this week. We're here. Doing the dumb shit and being on an island surrounded by turtles. So, you guys had engineered your way into escaping a beholder that was slowly encroaching, thanks to some quick thinking, some quick stabbing, and the destruction of very precious magical instruments.
Yes.
You guys then hitched yourselves to the beast-formed Aramil and sailed away with slowly increasing speed until you were out of the range of the beholder and to safety on the opposite side of the maelstrom. On the opposite side of the maelstrom, you guys found a society of turtles and kenku that had been cut off to the outside world by the maelstrom for generations. You introduced yourselves. They were very nice. They gave you some information about the beholder. They let you know that it does have a lair somewhere beneath the maelstrom, to which you all agreed that that would be the place to take it down, and also assuming that it has something to do with the existence of the maelstrom itself. Armel took a nap in the sand. Sai found out more about the sea diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Phaedra bought a book. Well, didn't really buy a book, just kind of got a book.
Yeah.
Nyx played with Pip. Marleman found out more about Mac. And Trev was instructed in how to make pepper bombs. So, it's been a full rest since we last left you all. Armil, your point of exhaustion is gone.
Oh, right.
What?
I forgot to tell him about my octopus or squid plan, which I remember.
Oh, yeah. And you have all taken a full rest here on the island. It is now the next morning. You guys have eaten some of the delicious food and fish that have been provided to you by the kenku and the turtles. And Bonnie has finished repairing the ship. So, would you like to dive right into journeying off, or would you like to make another journey?
Well, first off, Aramil, if you become a squid, you can shoot ink at the beholder.
Yeah.
And that will make it a lot more fun.
I don't know if we're going to be fighting it in the water anymore. I think the squid time might have passed.
Well, if we encounter it in the water, and then it runs away.
As a version. But yeah, it would make it dark for all of us, but I guess.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's what we did before.
Not when we intended to. I believe I still need to collect some pepper-type materials.
Yeah,
Yes,
we need to collect the materials for that. And that's like near the volcano or on the other side of the
We should
volcano?
go to the volcano. I'm not sure what it'll hold for us, but it's something that I would like to not go do by myself, just in case there's weird dinosaurs on this island or something.
I will go.
I'll go just in case there's weird dinosaurs on this island.
Yeah.
Okay. Morgan will be right back. His computer crashed.
And just for what it's worth, if it's relevant, I'm going to be spending the next, or even if it's not, it's spending the next quite a while just detecting magic on everything because I can.
Yes, everyone also leveled up to level 12.
Should we mention what we did? for that?
If anybody took a feat that is like relevant and want to say like, or when you use it, then you can say something.
Okay.
I just wanted to take magic a lot, a la what here is evil.
Yeah. I mean, it's all plant life, so you're not getting much.
Trev, are you saying I can touch the plant and I don't have to worry?
I mean, they're not magical, but they might be like poison ivy or something.
All right, I'm going for it.
Touch a
All
plant.
right, cool.
I'm into it.
It's a plant. It's nice. It's fern-like.
Sweet. How many ferns are we between right now?
I'd say 8 or 9.
Sorry.
How many was it?
That joke was for one person.
No, it was for all of us. I just refused to play along. It's they're nice plants. They're tropical. They're softer than the plants back on the mainland due to the overabundance of sun, allowing them to grow to extremes you haven't seen. You know, there are very large Venus flytrappy looking plants. There are giant tulips embedded in the sand. There are large fern bushes. There's ivy covering a lot of the trees, as well as moss and lichen.
Can I touch some tree bark?
Sure.
Giggity.
Oh no.
It's a flaky, warm tree.
Not like any tree I've ever seen, though.
No, they're tall. They don't have a lot of branches except for the ones at the top. They have some sort of round fruit apparently hanging up top of them.
Can I try to climb up and get a fruit?
Make an athletics check.
$11 plus my athletics. Is that plus 13?
Okay. With a little bit of you're able to pull your way up the tree somewhat slowly, and find yourself close enough to reach out and grab one of these fruit.
Nice. I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, you have to grab it first.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's this probably about the size of a volleyball, brown, hairy, very hard fruit.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna bring it down. Well, I guess I'll just throw it down.
I could try to catch it.
Yeah, I'll try and throw it to Trev.
Okay. Trev, make a sleight of hand check.
Not like throw it down.
If it's that big, wouldn't it be something like not sleight of hand?
I mean,
If I'm using 2 arms to catch it.
it's not that big. It's like, it's...
This is the size of a volleyball. Like, it's bigger than...
Yeah, it's big, but... I mean,
Whatever.
a dexterity-based something or other.
13.
13. Yeah, you're able to just... Boom, got it. It's
So,
relatively heavy. Feels like there's something sloshing inside it. Very hard on the outside.
I'm shimmy down.
Okay, you slide down with a little bit of bark burn on the inside of your thighs.
Oh,
Whoa.
You okay?
Can't tell if that was good or bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, God.
We learn new things about you every day.
Your fruit ball.
what's with this fruit, dude?
I don't know. Like, it's... It's wet in there.
Yeah.
Do you want to crack it open?
Yeah.
All right.
I can use my
Do
stick.
we have like a little knife or something that wants to carve
I
this
was,
open or
just, I was
something?
gonna say, I have.
We all should have just knives on us.
I do
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's only Aramil, Phaedra, and...
And if anybody else that
Trev.
wanted to come along, that is still totally
Well, no, what
possible.
I'm saying, like, adventure kits all have knives in them.
Oh, yes, they do. They all have
Yeah, we
cooking
do.
knives at the very least.
Where are we going?
3 people at least have volunteered to go up to the top of the volcano and retrieve what Trev needs.
Oh, I wanted to go with that. I was with that.
Okay, so 4 of you.
Yeah.
Nix and Sai, what are you guys doing, just so I know?
I mean, I think if the majority of people were going, I would go too.
Okay, everyone's going on a field trip.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, everyone's going on a field trip.
Beep beep.
So yeah, you all have knives.
I'll crack it open, I guess.
Okay, make a strength check.
Okay. 18.
You punch the knife through the side of the fruit. You can't really like make an incision. It doesn't really cut, but you're able to like crack it a bit to create a hole in it. On the inside, you can see a kind of thick-ish white fluid and some white innards as well.
Huh. Okay. I handed to Aramil because he's the one who got it first, so he should.
Do I know what this is? Probably not.
Hell no.
I don't think any of us would. None of us are from a tropical area.
I'm gonna try to drink some of it.
Okay. It's thick. It's a little bit goopy, while also being kind of thin and oily in certain parts. It's not a well mixed material. There seems to be separation within it, but it is tasty. It has a very rich flavor. Not a very like fruity, citrusy, acidic flavor. More of like a basic, it's kind of creamy almost flavor with a little bit of almost oak.
Guys, this is pretty good. You should try some.
Is there also like something? Is it like flesh on the inside too? Like
Yeah, just white flesh.
I'm eating some.
I'm gonna pass it to Marleman.
Yeah, Marlon, you stick your hand through the tiny hole and carve out some of the innards. They're sticky, but not like, they have something to them, but they're not like gluey. It melts pretty well in your mouth. Doesn't have a lot of form. It's not like crunchy or anything like that. It just sort of melts away. It's tasty. It's just kind of weird.
Okay.
Question.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Were we not smart enough to bring a guide?
No, you were not.
I think we'll be fine.
Sounds like this.
The village you guys are in is built into the base of this volcano with a tropical, like, kind of rainforesty area to the side of it. It's not hard to figure out how to walk from the base of something to the top of something.
There.
But yes, it's pretty tasty, Marlon.
I'll have some of it too.
Equally tasty.
Yeah, sure.
Passing it around.
You guys pass this weird fruit.
Can I take the knife and try to like cut some of the flesh to also pass around as well? Not just the
it comes up with just your hands. Marleman had some of the flesh.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be a little more hygienic about it, but
I mean, you certainly can. But like, yeah,
I want to eat with my hands.
You like scoop out just a bit of it on the end of your knife.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Where's the next part?
Just heading up in the direction they told us to go, I presume.
Yep.
The shaman, whatever, pointed us at.
Yeah. You guys are able to, find a relatively well-worn path through the rainforest that leads up to the side of the volcano. It's an awe-inspiring beast. You guys have seen mountains, obviously, before. Two of you very recently were stranded on them. Yeah. But even this black, black stone, no real vegetation growing on the side of it, is an awe-inspiring beast. The ground is warm to the touch over here, but not hot in any sort of way. A lot of the humidity and a lot of the sea air has fallen away as you guys make your way up this hill.
Are there still trees?
The trees thin out as you guys walk up the base of this area.
All that same kind?
Yeah, for the most part. There are a few different kinds of trees here and there, but predominantly that weird, tall, thin kind.
I like how no matter where we go, Gary has to plan out how many trees there are. And like what kind of trees there are.
Types of trees there are, yeah.
Like literally Aramil's life calling.
His existence.
Listen, Ryan's good at his job, okay?
I'm just saying. It's very funny to me.
And slowly, after an hour and a half, you guys make your way up the sides of this volcano. You see small bushes as you go up of a denser type of vegetation that seems to even be able to grow here in this warmer soil.
Like a scrub brush?
Yeah, that sort of thing. A very hardy kind of plant. And as you guys actually start to approach the summit and the air kind of becomes heavier and warmer, you actually begin to see these kinds of flowers. They're small, dense, dark red and white flowers that begin to populate around the caldera.
Nice.
You also begin to see these shoots of green in between them. Whether or not they're these kinds of flowers, growing up more or something else as well, it's hard to tell. You see vines that look like they had things growing on them, but not anymore. And when you reach the top, you see many, many, many more of these flowers tracing all the way into the basin of the volcano itself, as well as more of these vines with these bright orange, tiny things. They're not flowers. They almost look like fruit or seed pods. They're very small, probably about the size of a $50, orange pulsating things.
Okay. I'm going to be sketching like very briefly things that I see. We're going up.
Totally.
Hey, Trev. There's any magic around here?
Do I?
No.
Oh. No, not really. Just nature.
You know what?
It's cool, though.
He just detects disappointment.
It's pretty good.
Do you know what these pepper seeds or whatever we're after look like? Pepper rock? What?
Pepper
it's
flowers?
just peppers. Like, they're straight up peppers, I believe. Like, I just relayed the description that I was given.
And
Basically,
they sound
for
like
something
these
that looks
small,
like our habaneros.
yes, these small orange things seem to fit the bill for what you were described.
Do they smell hot?
They smell earthy.
Okay.
Are
Who
these
wants
the
to be
kind of
sneaky?
peppers that
I
we
taste
shouldn't
it.
touch with our hands and then touch our face? Like,
You have
I
no
don't know
idea.
if we know that much.
I take a bite out of one.
oh,
Okay, make a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, motherfucker.
I knew I could count on you.
Off the vine.
Oh
Yeah.
You
Somebody
just
did
pick one of those
that
things up and put it in your mouth.
recently.
One of us,
That is not
I literally look up and I say, well, one of us has to know if this is it. Oh boy, guys.
I mean, that
Turns into a bunny again.
It wasn't there.
I just need to see one thing real quick. All right, that's a 9 + 4, a 13, my dude.
Okay, you take a bite of this fruit seed pod thing. The first taste you get is sweet. It has a very juicy, kind of rich flavor that when it hits your lips and your tongues, it tastes really good. And then it doesn't anymore.
Hey,
as
guys.
aching, racing
He's
heat
really good.
just echoes from the front of your mouth to the back of your throat, and all the way down where you swallowed it, because you swallowed it pretty quick. You have seeds and gristle in your mouth from these weird, like, white ribs on the inside of it that you can't get out of your mouth fast enough, to the point that it is so off-putting that you want to vomit, but instead you get a wild magic surge.
That wasn't what I was hoping for.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry, Craig. I had already planned on it.
That's it, Parliament?
We're just willing you to do this so
Oh,
bad.
wait, I can't. That's right. I'm not rolling for this. Oh, no, I am going to roll for this.
Yeah,
know
you
what?
do have to roll for this.
All right, where's my 10? Here's my 10. All right, we have 9,
Okay.
8.
Yep.
3.
Yep.
4. 9, 8. 3, 4.
That is.
3, 4. All right, let's check what that is.
Oh.
No, no, no.
So what do we got?
I have to roll a die. Oh no! Oh no!
No, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Oh, no. What? Oh, no. What?
We'll know soon.
no! As this racing, burning pain in your lips and your mouth and your
record?
eyes even
For the record, Gary, this is perfect.
courses through you, you happen to glance at Nyx
Did you kill my squirrel?
Oh,
and
my
see
God.
two tiny eyes in the hood of her
What?
cloak look at you and then widen with terror as this beam of blue energy shoots out of your mouth and over her shoulder and onto a red lizard that is just barely behind her that explodes into a fireball.
Do we all have to make a dexterity saving throw?
I take Marlon and I take whatever juice is left in that fruit and I shove it down his throat. That'll help.
Actually, Nyx,
I feel like I must reiterate the question.
most of you have to make a dexterity saving throw because you're about to take damage.
Oh, okay.
It is a fireball.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Not you, Marlon. You're fine.
Oh, really?
All of us have to make a dexterity? Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Unless I misread that. In which case, hang on.
I mean, it's
I
a fireball,
think
so
I
by
would
death,
have to
we would
do
all
it.
be in range of that.
Yeah, actually, you would also be in range of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All of you need to do that. Let me just roll this.
I would argue I would like automatically not get this because
It's just
He can't really die.
If you want to give this, if you want to have disadvantage for flavor reasons, like nobody's gonna say no.
Yeah, I mean, if you want that,
we're gonna
that's
roll
up to
my
you.
old die here. All right, here we go. That's a number I like. This was a what? Dex?
Yep, hang on.
Mm-hmm. I was worried he killed your squirrel.
Me too.
The fun thing is that I love that he started to realize that at least some of us have the table he's working off of.
Yep.
So he knows what we're thinking can happen.
Well, just when Emily said, "Are you going to kill my squirrel?" I got nervous.
Yeah.
I rolled a d10, and if it had come up 0, he would have exploded Pip. So dexterity saving throws.
For the record, everyone, I'm sorry.
21.
21. You take 15 points of fire damage.
I take half that.
But you take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Greg,
16.
15.
All
It's
right.
tie.
12.
30. Marleman,
18.
15. Nyx.
Good.
Um,
I deserved this.
nope, 29. No. 25. 25.
Aren't you a...
That is 15 halved again because of your.
No. It's 0.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yep, it's 0.
If
It
I
is 0.
save.
Yep, if you make the save, it's just 0.
That's
Arma.
awesome.
Uh,
How does that work?
I lost track of my.
Uncanny dodge.
I think, yeah, it's called Uncanny Dodge, and if you're a rogue,
Oh,
and
nice.
dex saving throw. If you save, it's no damage. Well, dex saving throw on like an area of effect.
AoE explosions
Cool.
and stuff.
I got
You got a what?
15.
15. So the only one person here who took full damage was Sai.
This seems correct.
Yeah.
How much do I take?
Consistent.
15 points of fire damage.
15. All right.
As
keeping track of how much damage my own party has done to me.
Probably just as much as the enemies, if not.
I would love to see a graph of what has damaged Sai more. The party enemies are falling.
Yeah, that's fair.
Marleman, you did that. You accidentally caused a creature to explode into a fireball, and your mouth still feels like you ate a fireball.
I'm going to go over and dump the fruit water in his mouth just to see if that helps him out.
It does.
That lizard.
Like, for the record, like, Nyx is, like, holding Pip, like,
Oh, that was very well timed.
I'm very sorry.
And after that, I walk over to Sai and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
That looks like that hurt.
And the fruit water does help reduce some of the pain. Not a lot of it, but some of it.
Do I take any damage for drinking that shit?
No. You rolled. Basically, if it wasn't you and you had rolled what
That's
you
right.
had
I did.
rolled,
I did a con check, didn't I?
there was a con save there. If you had to pass a con save, you didn't pass it, but rather than have you puke, I had you puke magic.
Good. I do everything with magic.
Question,
Yeah.
Parliament.
Yeah, sir.
With this burning, raging, sweating, terrible experience you're going through, did you touch your eyes?
Did I what?
You touch your eyes.
No. I
You're
don't
crying.
think I would do that.
You are crying.
You gained
No, I
16
think
health.
no, I think even then, I wouldn't be doing that. I would be like shouldering, cause like
Okay. Just making sure.
I imagine that he is as cleanly as I am, like where like even if I'm like eating like barbecue wings or something or whatever, if I'm just eating like potato chips or whatever, I never touch anything with my fingers. I'm always like,
Yeah, that's fair. Just
Yeah.
making sure.
Sai, you get 16 hit points back.
Thank you.
trust me, you know I would be willing to do that harm to Marleman if
Yeah.
I thought that would be a thing.
You would have just been blinded for a minute.
Yeah, I figured. But no, I'm smart.
Oh,
He's smarter
okay.
than that.
So,
Curious, real
don't
curious.
eat
you know?
those.
I wasn't planning on it.
Good to
Sounds
know.
like looks like they'll do what I want them to do though.
Guys, it was
Sounds
good.
like
That was good.
Up until the part where you fireballed us.
For the record, though, Gary, did it taste good? Did it actually
It tastes good before it burned.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's all. It tasted real good, guys, but it was really hot.
I don't trust you.
You guys should like,
That's
you know, like cut a little piece off and like taste a little piece. That would be really good, I think. I think you guys would get it.
I gotta say no.
I kind of don't want to like shoot fireballs at my friends.
Well, that wouldn't happen to you. That would happen
Yeah,
to
I
me.
have a feeling that's a Malaman thing.
Yeah, trust me.
Are we
that was
sure
me.
though?
No,
I'm
that was me.
pretty sure.
Okay.
That was
But remember,
Fireball
we
was
watched a laser shoot out of Marleman and hit the thing that blew up.
Yeah, that was me.
That
But
was
he
a very
ate the
Marleman
thing,
laser.
which also went in his mouth.
It was a very Marleman laser.
No, that was me.
Off a little piece and try it.
Oh no!
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
I look around for more of that fruit.
It's down the hill.
God damn it!
26.
there you go.
Tastes great. A little bit of a burn, a little bit of an itch, but nothing, profound. Tastes really great, actually. Would work great in like some. Well, you don't eat meat, but it's the things that you eat.
Some nachos.
Yes, if nachos existed, they'd taste great.
Who's to say they don't? I guess you, theoretically.
That would in fact be me.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm not so
So I'm
sure.
gonna have to dig up an old document in which I decided earlier when I was the DM that nachos did exist. Sorry, hands are tied.
Anyway, yeah, it tastes great.
Assuming that there's like storage in my alchemist supplies, I would like to just like gather up like a sizable jar of these things or something.
I was
Sure.
gonna say
Yeah,
I'm
like 5 or
absolutely
6.
grabbing a whole bunch of them too.
Yeah,
Okay, Marlon, you create a pocket of like 5 of them as well.
Great.
Is that enough? Do we want more?
How many do we need?
Listen, I want
Not
to
much
be
I don't know, but if
totally
anybody else has a
prepared.
container to put some in, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of experimentation.
Sure.
So more would be nice.
I feel like in an adventurer's kit, there's like a.
We don't want to take them all.
Yeah, like do you want to just collect all of them around this hill right now?
I
Sure.
mean, I don't want to take as long as we're not like extincting this plant. We might need more later.
No. They come off a vine. Like they're not like just the one.
Oh, well, let's rock and roll.
Okay.
I would like to take one of those and one of the flowers.
Okay. As you actually reach down to pick one of the flowers, they actually shrink away from your hand and become tiny buds.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Really cool flower, man. I'll leave you here.
It comes back briefly and just like before it goes back in.
All right, cool.
Well,
You guys are able to collect around 35, 40 of these of the like full peppers.
mhm.
You find some others that have been squished or look like they've been nibbled on that have spread their seeds on the ground, so you leave those behind.
What kind of peppers are these called?
They were just referred to as peppers.
Oh, okay.
Granted,
Peppers.
this is also the first time you've heard the word pepper.
Okay, that was just me for writing down purposes. I didn't know if this had a specific name.
They call them pepper bombs.
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
know?
They did call them pepper bombs. Yeah.
Do we know that?
Yeah, I mean, Marleman knows.
They said that to someone.
No, they definitely
Yeah.
said that to me. Yes, they said that to me. But
So-
I would imagine we would have explained that we were looking for peppers to make pepper bombs.
Yeah,
think.
I would have said that I was looking for something that I could use to screw with the eyesight of the beholder, and they said pepper bombs would be the way to go. So, I mean, I've got my kit. Once we get back, I can fiddle with these things a bit and see if I can make something that whoever of us is good at throwing things at people or throwing things generally, you can throw at this dude.
Okay.
Nix, I'm looking in your direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever Sai might say, I still think you're probably the right one.
I mean, who hasn't caused a little damage to Sai every now and then?
Yeah,
It's literally just the three of you. It is
I was
just
gonna say,
Phaedra,
weirdly me,
and-
like
Phaedra, Nyx, and Marleman. Everyone else has not caused Psy damage.
Wait,
Half
when
the
did
party
I
has,
cause Sai damage?
by being a fucking dragon that he fell off of.
Oh right, yeah.
That was
You actually are the high
technically
scorer.
my fault.
Mm.
That
If,
was
we're,
not
if he's
technically my
categorizing that
fault.
as you, then you are the high scorer by a lot.
That wasn't me.
I count that as my own bad decision, to be fair.
Fair
Ew.
point.
I was gonna say, it's not like I chomped on him or something.
Anyway,
If I
as you guys,
convinced you to jump in front of a train, your mother would blame me. Just saying.
as you guys are walking around the hill and collecting these peppers while debating who has caused Psy more damage,
Poor guy.
Probably losing in that.
Aramil, due to your now stupidly insane passive perception, you son of a bitch,
Awesome.
put 2 more points in a wisdom, which means his passive perception is now 19.
Jesus.
Nothing gets by this motherfucker.
Mouse on the other side of this volcano. I'd like to go.
They can.
My favorite. I can detect magical things. He can detect everything else.
As you're doing that, you happen to, you look down into the caldera of the volcano, and you see steps that are carved into the side of it that lead down into the crater. You will also see small holes and what look like passageways that carve into the side of it as well.
Oh. Guys, check this out. It looks like you can go down here.
Are we allowed to go down
I think I'm going to go down.
here? Okay.
And if he's going, I'll go along with. Just to
Yeah,
make sure
I better
it's safe.
go.
Cool animals down there.
In
Okay.
the volcano.
Yeah, why not?
Who knows? There's these little holes.
To be fair, this doesn't crack the top 5 dumb shit we've done.
I was gonna say, Aramil, this sounds like a good idea, my friend,
Which
and then
is
I
why I
do
will
what he's
go.
doing.
And that's
Yep.
just I've signed up.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go.
You all make your way down these carved-in steps into the base of the volcano until they lead into one of these passages. And you can see down on the inside these long, loping passageways that lead deeper and deeper down. Even from this vantage point, you can see just how deep they go. They're fairly contained passages. They don't look like a turtle could fit into them, but definitely perhaps a kenku. And you see tracks in them as well, Aramil, because of your stupid fucking passive perception. You see tracks in the soot, these very large, what looks like canine footprints that lead deeper inside. It's also very warm. The smell of sulfur is very strong, but that does exist.
I'm going to follow those.
Okay.
You guys want to come?
I'm behind you, bud.
Not letting you go by yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Might as well.
All right. You guys make your way down down this passage. It's kind of hard to breathe. It's so warm, but not in a humid way. Just in there's something in the air that is stifling, and perhaps limiting the amount of oxygen you're taking in. And as you go deeper and deeper, that gets worse and worse to the point that some of you with the less hardy constitution, people like Sai and Nyx, you begin to get lightheaded a bit. And you just stop and take deep breaths more often before venturing deeper in.
This kind of sucks.
Huh?
I said, this kind of sucks.
Yep.
I'm fine.
I think we keep going. I don't know. I want to see what made these tracks.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can I take a look at the tracks and see if I know what it is?
I mean, they're canine. They're definitely, they look like very large, almost wolf-like prints.
Aramil, I'm trusting your judgment here.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to make friends with a wolf today.
I'm unsettled because the only big wolf that I've encountered so far is somebody who I want to kill, and I'm not convinced I can right now.
Yeah.
There's
But it
no
would be
reason to
interesting to see
believe
if
he'd
they're
be here
here
right
again.
now.
Aramel, I'm with you. Let's go, man.
Let's go.
All right.
If that dude is here, what? You know what I'm saying?
I think we could
I
also.
think it's more important that we find out that that is the case.
Let's go.
Okay.
Try to get away from it.
Would
later.
it be easier? Because Heather has forgotten how science works. If it's hard to breathe, is it better to be slightly higher or slightly lower? Higher?
You want to be lower.
Lower?
Right?
Oh, okay. Because I was going to suggest putting Nyx on my shoulders if she was having trouble. Then never mind.
Oxygen is a very heavy sort of thing.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Isn't that right, Craig?
There's a lot. I don't want to turn this into the.
No, this is not a
fire
science podcast.
corner.
Yes.
But sulfur is lighter than oxygen, is it not?
And I don't think that's actually the case, but
Either way,
It's
yes,
fine.
higher up would do bad. Let's just go. with
Okay.
that. Mostly because there's also, as you get deeper and deeper down, smoke that begins to fill the top part of the passageway. Just thin wisps first of this black, egg-smelling smoke. But as you venture deeper and deeper and deeper, it gets thicker and thicker. Never stifling, but omnipresent. Nyx and Sai, you guys begin to have to take even more slower, deeper breaths to try and catch everything and make sure to catch up until the passageway stops. And you can see this hill that sort of descends down into this much larger chamber. And the reason you can see that this deep underground is because there are large magma pools. These bubbling orange lava-filled tubs that are sunk into the ground.
Huh.
You see large pillars of black stone that have been formed by different flows throughout the years. Everything seems hot and stifling, but quiet down here. And you don't spot any... Armel, roll a perception check, because this is actually something that would be above your 19, you dick.
Can I take out like a small thing of cloth and like offer it to Nyx to like cover her mouth if she's
Sure.
having trouble?
Sure.
Think this will work?
I
Thank
rolled
you.
a 1.
I mean,
You
I'm
rolled a one.
fine.
Okay.
Fire doesn't hurt me that much, so I think I'm okay in a more smoky environment as well.
Plus my perception, though. Sorry. Plus my perception, which is
A one is a critical fail. There's no coming back from a 1. You just failed.
Sorry, buddy.
No, you probably distract the rest of us.
Looking around, you are enraptured by this sort of nature. You've never seen this before. You're used to greenery and, and life and beautiful, but this is energy. This is pulsating, raw energy. And that compels you to just start running towards it.
Oh, no.
Because you want to see it. It's hot. Yeah, but it's beautiful and life and gorgeous. And you take off down the hill towards the closest magma flow.
That's my boy.
Don't go in the magma. Is it magma when it's still in the volcano?
I don't remember.
Underground is magma, above ground is lava. I
Thank you.
Cool.
actually, it's not cool. It's very hot.
Well, yes. As you're
Fuck.
running towards the side of the flow, Aramil, as you're getting closer and closer and just like obsessed with the idea of like not touching it, don't get me wrong, but just like getting closer to it and seeing it as best you can, you notice these black tufts, they look like, of some sort of plant. They're not, moving, and they don't look quote unquote living. They're these black mounds of matter. There are maybe 3 of them ranging this closest pool.
Ooh, what are those?
Are you running towards them, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, how far away are they from the pool?
They're like 10 to 15 feet.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be interested in that.
Okay. Are any of you guys following Armel?
I'm not following, but I would be like through the cloth that Phaedra gave me, going like Armel. Like
Yeah, would like trying to stop him or slow him down he count as following him?
Yeah.
I mean, he is a good like 25, 30 feet away from you at this point, so yes.
Can I prep something?
Sure, of course.
Can I prep a grasping vine to shoot at him and pull him back in case something bad happens?
Okay, how far can you cast Grasping Vine?
Hold on a minute. I gotta double check. Within 30 feet of it?
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
30
just
so
on the outer edge of that from you
Then
now.
I'll get like a little bit closer so that
Okay.
way it's not as...
You begin to follow along. You know, just keeping him basically within 30 feet of you.
Yeah.
You know, not following at speed, but just enough to like, come on, you fucker.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But nature, guys.
Yes, but remember the last time? Well, no, because that was a while back. Remember the Feywild?
Well, last time I discovered an awesome fruit, so I'm gonna keep going with
Yeah,
it.
but with our group, it's like 50-50 because then Marlman ate a pepper and fireballed a lizard.
That was sad.
Sorry.
That was like 10 minutes
I've
ago.
already apologized many times today.
Once you get to the bottom of this hill, Armil, the lava flow is about 40 feet away from you.
Uh-huh.
You just continue your like, I need to go see this cool thing. And as you do, you get within about 20 feet or so of one of these like weird tufts. And as you do, you notice now that it is moving slightly up and down, just a tiny bit.
Oh, shit.
Of something breathing. And then you notice the shape of a leg next to it and a curved tail around it and a very long face that as you thump your way through the soot suddenly blinks and looks over at you. And it's a very, canine face, long snout, big tufts of ears hidden into its black fur that were lying down but are now standing up, looking at you with these glowing red eyes.
Is this any animal I've ever seen before?
It's a really big wolf of some kind
With glowing red eyes.
with glowing red eyes.
Oh man. I think I would probably
Be true to yourself, Aramil. We will not be upset with you.
Yeah. I'd probably
You can
say
do whatever you want to do.
I've got it prepped just in case.
I'd be like,
As a man who does a lot of wild things, you do you, bro.
I think I'd be like running towards the thing and notice all this stuff and stop and turn and be like, oh, hello, friend.
It looks over at you with an almost quizzical look and then growls, a very deep growl, as you now see its black fur suddenly alight itself into a coursing fire as
Can
it
I-
stands up, a wolf ball of fire.
Can I, at this point, having seen it light up, grasping vine, pull him
I
back?
need you to make an initiative check, Armel, and everybody else. I need you to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Somebody really
I
typoed
rolled a natural
direwolf. Huh?
20!
I rolled
They've typoed direwolf into firewolf, and now we're screwed. Oh, that's not so good.
I rolled nine to make this animal my friend right away. These are beasts, you would say?
You have no idea. They look beast-like. Sure.
I'm gonna give them a try.
I am not rolling well today, fellas.
My concern, you did say they, correct?
Well, only one of them seems awake right now.
But there were like 3 in the area.
That's correct.
Cool.
Oh, goody.
All right, so 25 to 20.
I rolled a natural 20.
That doesn't tell me anything. Add your goddamn initiative to it.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was for the first one or the... Because I had said I had prepped it, so I didn't know if that was before the other initiative.
You were ready for it,
It's 20. It's 22.
Yeah, you're still gonna go first, so it doesn't really matter. But
okay.
19 to 15.
Shit, hang on.
15. Sorry, I was muted.
What do you have there?
15.
15. Okay. 14 to 10.
12.
Next.
Also 12.
You definitely have less dexterity than Nick, so.
Seems likely.
And then 10 to 5.
9.
9. What up?
All right. Armel, I believe we have established this before. You have higher dex.
I think so.
Hey, 14.
I have 14 also.
Oh, so you guys get to choose.
You can go first.
All right. Probably a good thing.
And that's everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, Trev, you're going before Armel?
Yes.
Okay. Just write that down. Cool. So, Phaedra, you are up.
I'm going to Grasping Vine and pull Aramil back to us.
Okay. I believe there's a strength something or other involved in that.
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
If you choose to, so whatchamacallit, do you choose to fail, Armel?
Aramil?
Armel.
Ryan.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So I
guess I
pull
wouldn't-
him.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't notice it anyway because I'd be so affixed on these creatures that I probably wouldn't be able to fight back anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good character move right there. Like I'm giving you props for that. Just being like,
Okay.
nah, I'm in the moment, bro. Like,
So,
I'm feeling
Phaedra,
it.
so make your dexterity saving throw there,
Okay.
Armel. If he
Wait,
succeeds, he doesn't get pulled.
I don't make it. He does.
Yeah, I know. Armel, make your dexterity saving throw.
Okay, because you said Phaedra, so it's confusing.
Apologies.
4 plus 2, 6.
You fail that one.
Yeah.
And as you're like, wait, you get dragged away by this vine. How far does it pull him?
It says, pulled 20 feet directly toward the vine. So I'm guessing 20 feet back. Then I guess.
Yes. As you just grab him and yank him back towards you, just about 60 feet away from the from this wolf, and about 10 feet from you.
Okay. And where is it? Trying to find. Oh, where'd it go? I know I had a thing that had something to do with elements, and I don't remember what it was. Okay. I will then step in front of him, so that way, he's still like he will still be the first thing that it'll like run into. So I'm gonna step in front of him.
Okay. Use your movement to stand in front of him.
Yeah. And cast guidance on. Or wait, no, because that would make me lose my concentration on my grasping vine. I'm gonna actually hang on to the vine and just kind of keep it there. Most of my stuff is fire, so I'm just like, nah, can't do that. Can't do that. And then I'll just kind of prep myself because I don't know if this is a thing we actually should be killing or not. Mm-hmm. So I'll wait. I'll kind of just take a defensive stance.
Okay. That will work. Next up are these wolves. As the one that is awoken just sort of and the other two begin to stir. They lose their turn because they have to wake up first and get up. But this one that is awake charges 50 feet towards you two. Doesn't quite make it on this turn, but it is close to you. Even at this range, you can feel its fur just sort of radiating this burning heat. And you see its mouth, which is even dripping this saliva that seems to be a light in of itself.
Huh. Okay.
Next up is Is that all it can do? Oh no, wait! It can do something. That's right. It's then going to look at you two standing in front of you and just and blast this cone of fire at both of you.
I will say I was
you need to
trying
make a dexterity saving throw.
I was trying to stand in front of Aramil, so I don't know if that helps.
Not really.
Okay.
I need to both make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I got a 20, but not natural.
That's fine.
Dexterity 21.
Okay. So you both take. Where's one of these? There's one of these. Oh god. Cool. So that's 4 points of fire damage, both of you.
So
2 to you. I rolled real crap on that damage. All right. Next up is Marlon.
Okay. How far am I from Aramil? And also them.
You guys weren't, keeping pace much like Phaedra was. You were hanging a little bit back, so I'd say they're about 20 feet away from you.
20 feet away, huh?
Yep.
And how about them wolves?
Therefore, one is about 30 feet, the other one is about 80 feet. The other two, I should say, are about 80 feet, and not within 5 feet of each other.
Okay. All right. I'm going to. Well, things got more interesting here because I. Trev, I'm pretty sure you're up next, buddy.
Probably. You're close.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna look at one of them wolves and I'm gonna banish that fool.
Okay. You doing it to the one that's awake, or
the one that is awake? Are the other ones all like waking up right now? Or?
Yes, you are seeing their fur alight as they turn to see all of you.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Yes, sir. I assume that's not one of these. It's not. Cool. 10.
Aha! I hit you.
Well, yes, you did. So does it just?
It pops away.
To where? Where have you banished it?
The ethereal plane. I don't want to put him too. I don't want to harm this thing.
Put him go too far from home.
I want to put him in a bucket, like basically.
Okay. You basically
in
just
fact,
pop it.
I'm going to put him into a.
You pop it sideways.
The plane of existence that is inside of a bucket.
Okay.
Like a big dog. Like I don't know. He's gone. He's in an ethereal plane.
Okay. It pops basically to the sideways plane. Anything else you want to do?
No. I mean, no. I'm gonna like chill.
Yeah.
Nyx.
I'm not super comfortable attacking mindlessly, but that thing did charge at us and breathe fire, I guess.
Well, that's now in a different dimension.
Yeah, but the other ones are waking up, and I
Prep for the ones that are waking up. Like, can you like? Do you have any like sleep stuff or?
So I have Earthbound.
Okay, and that's like a hold.
Yeah. So I can kind of like. Wait, hold on. Does it keep it on the ground, or just bring it to the ground?
Let me take a look.
Yeah, the phrasing's a little funky. It almost sounds like the spell will end once it touches the ground, but it says
Earthbind.
Yeah.
I would think that would make if it's on like when it's on the ground.
That doesn't lock them to the ground. They can still move forward and backwards.
Oh.
If they were in the air, they would descend.
Yeah.
but it is
Safety.
not.
Yeah, but it won't like hold them to them. Okay.
No. Well,
The phrasing's a little funky.
yeah, because it specifically says its flying speed is reduced to 0. Therefore, it wouldn't do much for a regular land speed.
Okay.
So, you do that to a beholder, it can't move, but...
Yeah, because I've been thinking of using it when the beholder was chasing us through the water, but stuff was happening and it would not work. Oh. Okay. I don't want to hurt them, but
You can always disable them, like.
yeah, I don't really have any disabling spells necessarily.
So, for game mechanic sense, you can do non-lethal damage to things.
Yeah, I know. But I don't want to hurt them and agitate the situation if they weren't planning on hurting us. But it seems like they were going to. Is why I'm conflicted.
If you think we should get out of here, then let's try to just get out of here and not bother them anymore.
That's true too. We can also evacuate.
Like, if you don't want to fight the things, then we don't necessarily have to right now.
So I think what I probably will do then, I'm gonna put Cloud of Daggers up.
Okay.
Just so that if they like charge into it, it hopefully would slow them or deter them. It's not a huge crap, but it's something.
Yeah.
So Cloud of Daggers, and I would put it like kind of a little bit in front of Armel and Phaedra, kind of where they are, you know?
Sounds good. Yeah. So basically where the wolf that was banished was standing?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And then kind of say, like, guys, like, I think maybe we should leave.
I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Yeah, I think there were some sleeping fire wolves in here, and they are not super friendly, but we don't need to fight them. They're kind of just chilling in their home.
Yeah, we're the intruders, guys.
Yeah.
Aramil, I need your vocal. I need you to be like, yes.
It's not his turn, so Sai.
Speaking is a free move, isn't it?
Yeah,
on your turn. Well, yes.
You can absolutely respond.
So look around and check things. Is that an action?
Yeah, not exactly. It's more of your bonus action would be to roll the perception check, but if it's like you find a lot of stuff, then it could take a full action.
Okay, well, then I'll check around to see, like, is there something in particular they're guarding? Either.
Okay. Yeah, roll a perception check.
19.
Okay. It doesn't look like there's anything they're particularly guarding, more just sort of around. But you do see throughout this relatively large chamber, around some of the other magma pools, more of these like black tufts of sleeping beasts.
And they look smaller than the others?
No. Some of them look bigger. Some of them look smaller.
We are intruding.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start making for the exit.
Okay. You run back up the hill and just about make it to the door.
Yeah.
Trev.
How far apart are the two that are waking up?
About 15 feet from each other.
Fantastic. I'm going to cast darkness over the both of them to disorient them when they wake and get the fuck out of here.
Sounds
good. Move.
There's a ball of darkness over the
radius, so just a 30-foot sphere of fucking magical darkness. Just cool.
Yep, they are in darkness, and you can hear inside just this, low.
Let's get out of here.
And you also begin to run for the
Beat
exit.
the hell feet.
Armel.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. You look at Fader and go, thanks, and then run.
There's no... I can't tell if they're, like, trying to come after us or anything.
They're not currently. They're just sort of lost in darkness.
All right, yeah, let's get out of here then.
Okay. You run up, and using both of your actions as a dash, you make it just about halfway up. Phaedra.
Yep.
Same thing?
Mhm.
You're running.
I thought you were saying that about both of us.
No. The two wolves that are in there just kind of lost a little bit. None of you are particularly close anymore, so you can't really hear anything besides some low growling and some quick footsteps before you see the two of them exit the sphere. They can't use their full dash, so they can't get the 100 feet to you, but they do get 50 feet closer.
Quick motherfuckers, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Marleman.
Are they on fire?
Yes.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Nope, not. I mean, for me, like I can't do a thing. They're still coming at me, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
but one of them does run into the cloud of daggers without really paying attention to it. So roll that damage there next.
Okay. I have. Oh, can I have? What level is this? $44. Yeah, it's 44. Okay. And
10 damage?
yeah, 44, 10.
Cool. One of them pulls up and, runs in. That was I will say the message I just got from a buddy of mine in a second. Runs into it and howls as the clouds of daggers just stabs into it. The second one pulls up and whinnies slightly and then paces at the opposite side of the cloud of daggers, not looking like it's interested in running after you at the moment, more concerned for its partner that is currently being repeatedly stabbed. Marleman.
okay. They're all like what? Like, would you say they're all within 15 feet of each other?
They're all within 5 feet of each other now.
5 feet of each other? How many of them
plus
are
the one you banished.
Okay, cool. Banishment is, correct me if I'm wrong, a concentration?
That's correct.
That's unfortunate. I dropped concentration.
The third thing appears in the cloud of daggers. Next roll damage for that one.
I have my 44.
Stop hurting them.
I can't help it. They chased
You
us.
did this.
To be fair, Marleman did it this time.
Did we hurt it?
How much?
9.
9. Okay. The wolf pops back into this reality from the ethereal plane in the cloud of daggers, and gets stabbed repeatedly, and also howls with pain and falls to the ground. The one that is pacing on the outside of the cloud just sort of whinnies again and then looks at all of you and growls. You've dropped concentration, Marleman.
I'm bringing concentration back up here. I am confusing. I'm going to cast confusion. Everything in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point I choose within range, which is within. An affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior for that turn.
Okay.
They need to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay. One makes it. Unless your spell save DC is over 18 now.
My spell save DC is 16 plus. Hold on. I definitely have stuff that increases it.
Your foci increases it by 1.
It's an 18.
And
It is
my
18.
glove brings it plus 2, so I'm at plus 3 technically, so that brings it up real high.
Well, no, your foci.
One focus.
Oh,
no, I'm sorry. It's plus 2. It's plus 2 with
Not
the
plus one.
glove. Yeah.
So 18. So action save. Ties go to the defender, so it does save. Apologies.
Does it save?
Second one
Oh.
does not save. Third one does not save.
Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna take that, and then I'm gonna like back the fuck up and run as far as I can away from this.
Okay. You back it the fuck up. And head for the door as well. Next up in the order is Nyx.
Okay, so Nyx goes, oh, god damn it. And, I'm going to leave the cloud of daggers, because all they have to do is move out of it.
Okay.
It's only 5 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Fair
leave
enough.
the cloud of daggers in the hopes that it causes them to retreat and not stand still inside of it. We'll see.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just like yell in their direction, "Go back! Go back!" and start heading towards the door.
Okay. Next up is Sai.
So, seeing that, I'm going to. How close am I to the door?
You ran last term, right?
Yeah.
You're at the door.
Okay. So I'm going to cast an Eldritch Blast
Okay.
at the ground.
Oh
in
come! Oh, I was
front
gonna.
of- Hang on. At the ground in front of them, just
Okay.
to kind of back off.
Okay. You dig a Eldritch Blast into the ground in front of them. They don't really react at the moment, as most of them are being repeatedly stabbed by a cloud of daggers. But you did a thing. Actually, roll an intimidation check.
Yeah, what the hell?
Using
Yeah, using your spellcasting mod.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. That's going to be a 20 actually.
It's a what?
That's a using.
Charisma.
Oh, okay. So
Isn't charisma your spellcasting mod?
yeah. So charisma
Use-
plus proficiency bonus then. So 20.
20. Okay. You make a very intimidating dig in the ground using your Eldritch Blast.
That's what I was looking for.
And then you keep running.
And then I just walk back, looking to do it again if they keep coming.
Okay. Trev?
Tackle one of them fire wolves like a bear.
absolutely not. Can I just cast mirror image and leave them behind?
Totally.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Good move.
All right, I'm gonna make 3 duplicates of myself appear. Say peace and walk away.
Okay.
Or say you guys hold the line and then walk or keep heading back.
Okay. You head up the passage as well. Armel?
All right. I'm going towards the wolves.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
How far away are they from me right now?
You had run. What's your walk speed?
Fucking. I don't know.
Your speed is
35.
So you had run 70 feet away.
Alright.
They were 10 feet in front of you before that, so they're 85 feet away from you.
Fuck.
Why? What's the
That
the range?
actually blows. 30 feet.
Okay.
That actually blows.
Mm.
I'm going towards the wolves. I'm going to
Okay.
be the closest thing between our party and them. And I'm going to say, guys, just get the fuck out of here. Stop hurting these wolves. I have
Okay.
things that I can do.
So you're just going to walk 30 feet?
Yeah, and I'm going to get in between the wolves and my party.
And you certainly do. Everyone else has moved pretty far away.
Yeah.
You still have, the rest of your action that you can use to dash to get another, 35 feet forward.
I
You
want to
wouldn't
be...
able to- yeah.
See, the thing is, they can move 50 feet, right?
Oh, yes, they can.
I would take the assumption that he wants to be able to act in whatever he's going to do as soon as he's in range to do it and not give them a chance to kill him.
Yes.
Seems like a decent guess.
That's what I'm looking to do. Yes.
Okay. So you're just gonna hang out at your 30 feet, or your 35 feet closer.
Yeah. So now I'm what, 55 feet from them?
Just about, yeah.
I'd like to be 65 feet away from them. If I can.
Okay. You can. You want to be 65 feet away from them? Okay.
No, I'm gonna be. Shit. Trying to decide how close I want to get to these guys because I'm not sure how much they're gonna move. I'm gonna try to be like 50 feet away from them.
Okay. You can get 55 is the. Oh no, you could use 5 feet of dash action if you want to. That's true.
For 55 feet is fine. 55 feet is fine.
Okay, 55 feet, totally fine.
Okay.
Phaedra.
Damn it. So, what are the wolves doing at the moment? They're still in the.
2 of them are in the cloud.
2 of them are in the cloud and not happy. One of them is just sort of whimpering and pacing outside the cloud, looking at them.
They're confused, aren't they?
They are. 2 of them are also confused. Which ones are the confused ones there?
Huh.
Do you want to be the 2 in the cloud? Do you want to be 1 in the cloud, 1 outside?
The one that's outside of the cloud and one that's in.
Okay. So the one that you had previously banished and the one outside of the cloud are now confused.
Yes.
You did some bad shit. Okay, Phaedra.
So, sorry, what was Arnold doing? My computer was.
He walks way closer to the wolves. He is now 55 feet away from them in a straight line.
And I told everybody as I went up to go, leave them alone.
GTFO.
Okay.
None of us are hurting them right now.
I could do a stupid. Feel.
I could
Maybe
do
the
a
6th or
stupid.
7th of us to do one today.
Because I had changed it so that way I would have polymorph again. I'm tempted to turn into one of these things to try to say sorry.
I think you would need to know what this creature is to try that.
Would I?
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
you would, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
If I used Gust of Wind, which pushes them back, would that push them back through the Cloud of Daggers, or would that put them away from the Cloud of Daggers?
It would push them out of the cloud of the daggers.
It would push the cloud of daggers at them.
That is also true. You would push them out of the cloud of daggers, but it would also move the cloud of daggers.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna cast Suggestion. Just because I'm gonna also go. I'm gonna go closer to Aramil, just because the suggestions. Where are you? There it is. It's got a range of 30 feet, so I got to get within range.
Okay, it's gonna be tight.
Yeah. I'm going to suggest to the one that's not confused.
Okay.
To retreat.
Okay. With some saving throw.
Correct.
Didn't make it.
Yay. Okay.
So you suggested to run.
Yeah, it to have it and its friends, I guess, run.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do that.
It is now their turn. First things first. Marleman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what happens to 2 of them this turn?
Do you want me to roll?
Well, yes, it's your spell. It's a D10.
Okay, cool. Great. Here we go. 8.
Creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. So it bites the 2 of them that are confused, one outside, one inside. That also means that the one inside does not leave the cloud of daggers, so it takes that cloud of daggers damage again. And they attack each other.
Hold on, wait.
No wait here. That's what happens.
No, wait. This is per target, dog. One of them does that, and then I roll again on the other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So one of them would just
one of them attacks the other, and then
Yeah.
I roll a d10 whenever it's that next guy, that wolf's turn.
Well, I mean,
randomize
it's
this
all
one.
one turn, but so roll it again.
And that and a 7, which is goddamn it, the
Same
same thing. Fucking damn it! Listen, I had a
You
point
did
there,
this.
and it was true.
I
Okay.
did
hate
this.
to
So-
disappoint you, but Cloud of Daggers deals damage when a creature starts its turn in it.
Oh, perfect. So they would have taken that damage anyway, and it
Yeah.
can't move out again, so it's going to take damage next turn too.
Cool. I'm a mean
Damn
man, I guess.
So
Jerk.
first things first, roll the 2 clouds of dagger damage there, Emily.
Okay.
Yeah, Emily, murder those dogs.
I wasn't trying to murder the dog.
No, I don't believe you. Murder.
We can literally all walk away right now, and they would not follow us.
I'm trying to walk away.
Everybody, oh Lord.
So 9 is the first one.
Okay.
Twelve is the second.
Okay. Cool. Next thing's next. 2 of them fight each other. I'm just going to have the 2 that are confused fight each other.
Makes confusing sense.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. Right? Oh, yep, that will hit. And so it does
I just wanted to get the F out, guys. I'm
that
sorry.
much damage plus... Oh, right. It's immune to that, so it doesn't really matter. So just that much damage. Okay. And the other one... Crits.
Lovely.
Does that much damage.
Mhm.
Sorry, math is hard. That much damage, that's correct. And then the third one that is not confused but was suggested just runs away back towards the magma pool and along the side of it. Marlman, you are up.
I'm still up? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I am continuing to run and just ignoring the situation.
Okay. Is that 60 feet because you're using dash action?
Is a dash like my same amount?
Twice.
Oh, yes, then 60.
Okay. That moves you out of the range of confusion, so the 2, they are no longer confused.
That would put me up 90 feet away?
That's correct.
Okay.
Because you moved 30 feet back last turn.
That's fine. Is there anybody in front of me still? Aramel, right?
Sai and Trev are both... well, Aramil is closer to the wolves. Other people are ahead of you getting out of the cave.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just Aramil is closer to the wolves. That's the only other one?
Correct.
Okay. I'm obeying the wishes.
It's okay. Nyx, you are up.
Yeah, well, I keep moving towards the exit too, and if I'm in similar range that Marleman is, my Cloud of Daggers also would automatically drop.
It drops as you head towards the exit.
Yep. And that's it.
Okay. Sai.
I'm done killing wolves.
How close is RML to me right now?
You've kept going, right?
Yeah, I'm at basically the doorway.
He's probably about 70 feet from you. He went back.
Too far. Okay. Would
I'm gonna
intimidation
quickly go
carry
grab another
over?
beer.
Are you what?
Like, would the intimidation carry over? Would I doing it again have any effect?
It was intimidated and then confused, so take that for what you will.
Fuck it.
Confusion is gone now.
Yeah, I'm just. I'll make another intimidation.
Okay.
And then walk the fuck out.
Okay.
That's a natural 20. So
Yep, that's pretty damn intimidating.
So let's get the fuck out.
Trev.
When I hear, or when he's Trev hears the fucking like whatever the hell Aramal shouted about, go on, I have a plan. He stops and waits, turns around and waits to watch to see if it goes wrong, so that he can help out, so he can go drag his ass out if something goes wrong.
Okay,
He's not going to go farther or closer or anything.
Yep. You have all of your actions prepared.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait and just be like, all right, if this goes completely like sideways, I'll need to do something.
I will cast Animal Friendship on both of the remaining wolves.
All right, so you walk closer and you cast Animal Friendship.
Yes.
Give me 1 second on that.
Please let these be animals.
They are animals. That's neither here nor there.
Oh, what's their intelligence?
That's what I'm checking. Oh, yeah. No, this doesn't work at all. This doesn't even come close to working. You try it because you consider them to be dumb wolves. Not dumb, but like, animalistic. But the spell fails, which feels odd to you, as it shouldn't fail, but it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Phaedra.
Doesn't he still have movement? Oh, he has some movement. Right?
Yeah, he has some movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna head away now.
Okay, you're able to make it another 10 feet back.
Yeah.
Phaedra.
I will head back, and then can I pick up Aramil? Like trying to.
You have to walk this way and then attempt to walk this way again.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just head out.
Okay. You head out of the room. The wolf that is no longer inside the cloud of daggers and is also no longer confused picks itself up off the ground and looks at the wolf that bit it, that it also bit. And Armel, you're close enough. You're like about 30 feet away from them. To hear them almost communicate in some sort of woofing language. Both of them give you a dirty, dirty, dirty look and then walk away.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I would like to use my prepared action to shout, "We're sorry" in every language I speak.
Okay. One of them actually turns and looks at you and replies in Undercommon, "We were just taking a nap."
Undercommon. Does anybody else in this party speak Undercommon?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
I was gonna try Infernal, but I didn't know if they spoke that.
I don't know a good way to say that he thought you were really cool, so he just came to hang out. But he's not. Whatever. Sorry about that. Just go chill. We're gonna get out of here. And then I snap and just tell my other selves. And
please. And Armel, you're able to notice that they are communicating with Trev in some sort of language, even though you can't speak it. Combat has ended officially, so we're no longer in order. You guys can just take actions as you see fit.
Okay.
Aramal, this is just their house. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. What'd they say to you?
They just said that we woke them up and were being really, really rude. So let's just get out of here. I don't think there's going to be any hard feelings as long as we go.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You guys all make your way back out of the cave
Maybe
system.
we'll meet one again later, like in a different situation, but this is not it.
And up to the top of the volcano again. You all make your way out through the rainforest, collecting a few more of the harder fruits that seem to have fallen off the trees. All of you smell like sulfur and just crappy. It's not a great situation. Armil, you're very upset.
Yeah.
About both the amount of damage that was dealt to these poor wolves and the fact that they accidentally took you as a threat because you were running at them like a crazy person. And so you all return to the village. Trev, you spend some time creating your pepper bombs. They're small vials. You're able to make about 8 of them. Not due to lack of amount, but due to time.
Mm-hmm.
You still have probably about 25 of these things left. You're able to make 8 vials of this pepper substance that, when thrown and it shatters, creates a noxious cloud with a 5-foot diameter that will blind any target within it until they make a Constitution saving throw.
Does that include the habaneros that I brought with me too?
It's just the party together has about 40 of them. So,
wow, cool.
What's the? Would we know the DC on the cloud?
DC's 13. It's the average. It's the normal item DC.
2 questions. Well, one question and one plan. The first thing is, hey, Nix, I want to give you these things that you can use once we're fighting the dude with all the eyes. Just throw them at him. If you peg him and break this thing open on him, it should make him not able to see anymore, which might be pretty cool.
That is a thing I can do.
And it's not magic, so it should work even when he's turning off all our magic. So
who are the let's say most athletic people that can throw this?
Not you.
She throws knives.
Listen, that's not me asking that question to be. I want to be the guy that throws this. I have other things planned.
Yeah.
I have decent athletics, I guess.
I mean, it's
not an athletics check. It's a ranged attack spell. It's a ranged attack using dexterity.
So there's.
I'm going to go with the person in our party who throws weapons already.
Yes, you should.
Just for the record, my dexterity base number is 20.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He's incredibly good.
Really good. I'm just wondering if we should maybe give some to somebody else as well.
Right. I mean, if somebody else wants them, go nuts. There's 8 of them. That's plenty. But I will say, as part of this, I have another question for the DM that might answer or might help with this. How much time would it take for me to keep experimenting with this to try and make the same substance into something that we could maybe coat somebody's weapon with?
Probably if you took a solid 24 hours of working at it, you could create a thicker substance out of it that won't run off the blade.
All right. I mean, who knows who that's going to even apply to, because we have a lot of very magical weapons. I don't know if any of them would be able to take it, but Sai might be able to use this if I make it, because he knows weapons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd like to try and suggest that as a plan. Ask Sai if he thinks if I made such a thing, if he'd be able to use it.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Give it a shot. It's another backup plan, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm set to work with my alchemist supplies, I guess.
Okay. You guys settle in to rest. It took about a day to go through all of this dumb bullshit you guys just did. And animal abuse. So what would you like to do with your evening? Bonnie has returned to all of you and said the ship is complete. Whenever you guys want to take on the Beholder, you have a way to get there at the very least. But you do have one more night to rest this damage off.
That's a good question, Craig.
Is she coming along?
She sort of looks at you and goes, I mean, I certainly can. I don't think I'll be much for fighting a Beholder, but I can definitely come along as support.
Oh, you will be a lot of help, trust me.
If you don't want to, or if you're not comfortable joining the fight, then you should stay behind.
Agreed.
I was saying
because we don't want you to die. But if you're
yeah, no, I'll stay here. I'll stay with Chief Tusk and lay out our new trading contract. So while you're all gone, taking care of the trade routes, I'll be here, making sure the trades can happen.
Out of curiosity, what's our cut out of that part?
None. A boat.
Then I think you should be helping us also.
You all promised me that you would get me the treasure on the other side of the maelstrom, and I would give you a boat in return. You
gave us a boat in return for doing the.
Oh, well, either way, I'm not intimidating, but I'm definitely trying to be like, listen, guy, you know.
First things first, I'm a dude. I'm a girl.
I know, but it's just, come on.
That's not true.
It's just a thing I'm saying.
I was saying she should just stay with the ship, not go in the fight with us, but at least have the person who knows how to drive the ship the best.
I want exactly. That's my.
We are all forgetting that Nyx also knows how to drive the ship.
Yes.
We do not
But,
need
but I'm saying if we should have someone be with the ship when we park it and then go into its lair.
The engine running, so to speak.
Yeah, or a getaway ship driver.
I mean, if you want me to do that, I can do that sort of thing.
Yeah, that. You don't have to come
Also,
in the fight.
not to say nothing, but we're using this boat, and we did the thing that, you know, you said that we would do here. We got our money, or we got our boat where we need to go. You're gonna have to just help us too.
No, I don't.
If you did, that'd be
I'm
awesome.
really not liking the fact that you're not allowing me to have a Christmas check here.
I mean, you could try.
I'm absolutely trying. That was my first point.
Yeah, you could definitely try.
I am persuading this person to be like, listen,
Yeah, certainly try.
you want this? You want your money? Your money can come, but you gotta help us out too, because we really use your help. I rolled a 17 plus 8, dog.
I mean, she looks at you and says, I'll happily drive the boat, and I will happily stay with the boat to get you out of the situation.
Cool.
Fair enough.
I think that's good.
If you were trying to, you know, persuade to get you a cut of the deal, Barlowman, that's a different thing.
That kind of was what I was trying to do. I was trying to get us as the group a cut of said deal in some manner. I'm not saying it has to be money, but I'm saying, like, you gotta wet our whistle here, bud. Like, help me, help you, help me, help you.
And I am, by driving the boat.
Fine.
This is a
I am by no means a greedy man, but you catch my drift here, Matt. Like, miss, you understand, right?
Oh, I certainly see what you're angling for, and it's a conversation we can have after you take care of the beholder, which I'm not entirely sure you're all going to walk out of anyway, so there's no real point.
And if that's the thing, if that's where you're coming from, like, come on. Are you just like, have you only, like, again, I like you and think you're cool. Have you only ever negotiated with people that you think you can just kill in a heartbeat? Because that's crappy negotiating. Like, you're
Usually,
trying to tell us to do everything you want and have nothing for you, and then try to talk to you. That sucks.
I cast prestidigitation, and I make it look like as if we have a red carpet walking us out of this situation, and we walk out.
Well, Marlon walks out.
I walk out. I say, fine. This is a good enough deal. My people will talk to your people. Magic carpet, and I walk.
She looks at you, Trev, and goes, you've all done great work for me so far, and I personally feel like I've been more than gracious. However, if this all goes according to plan, I have no issues cutting you in on the first quarter profits. If this all goes according to plan.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably a pretty safe bet for you, given that there's like 10 million ways I can think of that we'll all be dead by the time that happens. So
it all works out for me.
Yeah.
So let me know when you want me to drop.
I'll be pretty psyched. I am broke. I don't know if you know this about me. If you could just like see poorness because you're used to it, but I got nothing.
Fair. You do radiate a sense of lack of entitlement.
Oh,
23 gold to my name. All right. We should. I got to get back to work on this cool stuff.
I give Nyx a gold piece and I'm like, can you sneak this into Trev's pocket?
Listen, I don't need your pity, kid.
I was not talking to you.
Listen, listen, that gag been done already.
Aw. But it's better because Nyx can sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, I
pocket, I can put it in his pocket, and he can surprise have 24 gold the next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you were going to do something, Marlon.
I did. No, I didn't. That's okay.
Okay. Nyx, you definitely slide gold using your mage hand into Trev's inner pocket, not even the one he keeps his money in.
Whoa, buddy.
Whoa, friend.
Just like a quick, whoop, and then good.
Thank you.
Trev, you like vaguely noticed some magical shit happening, but you're not 100% on that one. This whole detecting magic kind of passively thing is new to
I have to
you.
do it actively.
I know, but like it still leaves effects. So it's still new to you. You're like, I smell magic.
It's like the smell of burning solder.
Must be nothing.
Thank you, somebody, for recognizing what I just said.
Like a thug in a Batman film in a game. Guess it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
Because what's your passive perception there, Trev?
Fucking bullshit, like 13 or something.
Yeah, exactly. You don't notice.
13,
fucking
It's why I had Nick do it, because I couldn't do it for shit. So
Yeah, you don't notice a goddamn thing.
I'm really appreciating this like constant thievery in a weird way.
Reverse thievery.
Reverse thievery, yeah.
Basically playing Fallout New Vegas and putting grenades in people's
Dropping grenades
pockets.
in people's pockets, yes. Just dropping a poisoned apple into somebody's inventory in Skyrim and watching them eat it and die.
Yeah. So, you all then take the night. Phaedra, you read more of your book. Sai, you spend more time at the Sea Diamond.
I'm reading the book that lets me learn things.
Okay, which one? You have 3 of those currently. No, you have 2 of those.
Um.
Oh no, you finished the Charisma book. That's right.
So what did that do for? I can't. Sorry.
+2 to your Charisma.
So +2 to my charisma. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, hold on.
And it can never be used for the next 100 years.
Okay. And then, so yeah, then I'm reading the Elvish for Dummies, I guess. Or
The
that's what it was called.
Sylvan
Sylvan for
Dummies.
Dummies. Yeah.
Okay.
This
You're like a sixth of the way through that.
Woo!
Nick, so you're going to attempt your last lock?
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
While she's
Got
rolling,
this.
is this assuming we're going to get a full rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's no way. I rolled a 6, even with my bonuses. I don't think that'll.
Nah, you probably rolled a 26 with all of your like bonuses.
So, okay.
Yeah,
So my
DC's probably 30.
sleight of hand is +9.
Uh-huh.
The 6 + 9, 12. And then +4 is my X.
15.
15. I can do math. It's
Plus
fine.
another 4 for your Thieves' Duels.
And then, yeah, another 4. So I don't
Yeah,
think
so
it's
19
there.
doesn't do it.
Nope.
However, I will say, because this is... you could have attempted one yesterday as well when you were hanging out with Pip under the tree. If you'd like to make a second one, you can.
Do it.
It's gonna be really funny when we find out that she actually unlocked it earlier and then didn't open the box.
I rolled a 2.
No!
Good work.
I guess it's better to have them now when it's not like a battle thing. Get the low numbers now.
You go to pick the lock, and then you remember the fact that Pip almost exploded into a fireball, and you just go, "God damn it, Marleman!" and throw your picks on the ground.
Am I in the room when she's? I'm obviously not in the room when she's doing this, right? Like we
I mean,
don't.
you might be
well,
close by, but you're probably
yeah,
not.
we
even in the
definitely
room.
don't have all rooms with each other, but I can hear her in the other room going, "Damn it, Marleman!"
Yep. Anyone else doing anything exciting?
I'm hanging out with turtles.
Okay. Are you just wandering the village
I was-
looking
I
for a
was gonna
turtle to
say,
talk
like,
to?
Does anybody want to go and walk
I'm
around?
talking to every single turtle and bird creature, which I forget their name.
Kenku.
I'm with you. Because I'm like, I want to go walk around and like talk to the locals.
Okay.
Now I'm like, yo, how old are you? And what's your favorite animal?
Like specifically, like I want to do culture research here.
Okay. You guys spend some time rubbing elbows with some Kenku and some turtles.
They
You
know
learn.
about the wolves that we've met.
That's a good question, Aramil.
The younger ones don't. The younger turtles kind of give you a weird look, and they're like, "No, I've never interacted with a flaming wolf before.
And
That's very bizarre."
Question. And by younger, you mean like greater than 100 years old, but
Like
younger
less than
200 years old.
Like less than 100. Yes.
Are they as old as me? Like, how old is the oldest one?
Well, you talk to one of them who says that the oldest one in the village is Chief Tusk.
He's pretty
Tusk.
old.
Huh?
How
He's
old?
old?
They say that he is as old as 8 generations.
Oh Christ!
Cool. He's probably older than me.
Yeah, close.
How old are you?
Like 300. And
Oh, yeah, he's old.
Oh well, then yes, then yeah.
Generations of
I
turtles
thought you were
over
older than
100
that.
years. He's got to be close to 1,000.
Just somewhere in the area.
He doesn't
That's really cool.
fucking dig. So cool.
He's probably pushing 900.
Question.
Yep.
Are we like chatting up the locals, like walking through like streets? Like, what's the environment like? Is this a city?
There-
What are we talking here?
It's bungalows.
I know it's an island, so I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's bungalows. It's less of a town, or it's less than a town. It's almost like a seaside resort.
I was gonna say, is there a tavern or a like tiki lounge that we're like chilling at and talking to these people? Like, what is happening here?
There's a meeting place of sorts. It's just kind of a long building.
Okay.
You see cooking fires, kind of 3 or 4 of them stationed throughout. They operate mostly on a diet of fruits and vegetables, so there's not a lot of fish being cooked, but there is some.
And alcohol?
Roll a persuasion check. Emily, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, I was imagining it as kind of like Desert Island.
Yes, very similar.
Yeah, like just this kind of sprawling, laid out, like huts here and there, like connected islands with bridges, you know?
Exactly. And there are, 3 or 4 different islands that are connected to this one.
Airmail, I hope you're ready to get fucked up because I just rolled a nat 20.
Okay. Talking to, again, one of the younger turtles, he kind of gives you a side eye and just goes, "You're not prepared for that sort of thing, mainlander." At which point you're like,
and I say, "I'm ready."
And he goes,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
The most fun.
"Okay."
I talk to that young one and I say, "Have you eaten from a pepper?
Yes, they're delicious.
Have you eaten from those really, really hot peppers up
They're
on
delicious.
the volcano
Yes.
side?
Use them to spice fish.
Don't they taste delicious? They're real hot though."
Yeah, they're warm.
Ooh.
And he walks away and comes back after talking to someone in the corner who hands him something that you can't quite see, and returns with 2 of those hardened fruits you had seen in the trees, hollowed out in the top, or a hole in the top,
filled with skooma,
and it's filled with this yellow liquid. It smells really sweet. It looks kind of heavy, kind of thick.
like viscous. Yeah,
a little viscous.
Oh, man.
It smells spicy as well. And it smells fermented. It smells.
Oh yes.
Alcoholic mango lassi is what
I grab this. So I take it this is like literally like a fucking coconut tiki drink, right? Like this is
it is a drink in a coconut. Yes.
Okay, cool. No straw, just like a drink in a coconut.
No straw. Yeah.
All right. I look at Airmail and I hand him one of them, and I take the other, and I say, "When in Rome," and I go for a cheers, and we clink it. And do we drink? We just going for it? We're just going for a sip, or are we going for like a drink?
We're living that island life, yo.
That's right. That's right. I go fins up, and then I drink it.
Yes.
Okay.
No, never mind.
The flavor is delicious. It's a little sour. It's a little tart. It's got some spiciness to it. It's definitely been brewed with some of those peppers from up, but it doesn't have that like same burn to it.
This is like a habanero beer.
Yes,
But like a habanero cocktail. Yeah, like
this is actually a real drink. I forget what it's called, but it's made out of fermented pineapples.
Ooh.
And it's delicious. It's also really heavy. And heavy enough that after you guys fins up, you don't actually realize the amount of alcohol you have put in you until you both kind of sit back and go, oh, and then it all just sort of hits you in a wave of like, oh God, okay, it's quite possibly the most delicious alcoholic drink you've ever had. It's also up there for the most alcoholic drink you've ever had.
Great. So this is like Buckfast, except with pineapple flavor.
Similar.
Woo!
Is this pineapple tepache?
It might be tepache, yes.
Which is essentially just fermented pineapples in a jar?
Yeah, essentially.
Cool.
Sounds delicious.
If you make it, you should mix it with a bit of Corona, and it's
I'm gonna learn to make this, and I'm gonna.
It's very easy. Not the point.
Go ahead.
Well, no, you two are drunk.
Oh, okay, good.
You two are 0 to 2 drunk.
Arabelle, this is so like
we go smoke some of that Not
Dude,
the
are you gonna? Do you have any? Are you gonna share it? Let's
Of course.
share.
Wait,
Let's get this turtle kid involved, yo.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna smoke the like dream weed right now. You know what I'm saying?
We got shit to do tomorrow.
I want to eat it.
Yeah, you got some of that sniggle fritz. Like you got that
Yeah.
crap weed that you bought from the dock.
That's
Yeah,
what
absolutely. At this, Marlon is involved. Yes, for sure.
Okay. You guys smoke and continue drinking with this young turtle.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are
Um,
we involving the turtle, or are you passing it to him?
Yeah, of course. If you
Hi,
want.
Ash.
Hmm?
There was a brief Ashley.
this side.
Oh,
hi.
Yeah, no, he's totally down, totally involved. Definitely
Yeah.
takes more than one of the tapaches to make him go.
To make him go where we are. Yeah.
But he gets there as well, and you guys have a wonderful night drinking with the locals.
Yay.
More come through. You know, some actually offer their own type of dried weed. It's definitely not as powerful, even as much as the sniggle fritz, but it's up there. You
Can
know,
I try to trade some?
Sure.
I will
you're-
trade you.
You don't even have to trade; they just give it to you.
Oh my god,
it's-
I fucking love this place.
It's the one thing that you've truly learned about this society being out here is that everyone is so abundantly friendly that things like, you know, handing stuff over or food or goods or anything like that, things that make life easy and enjoyable are completely free. They're just things that are offered freely and happily given.
Mm,
You know, services, you know, physical, material goods, things like that, they operate on a barter system. But, you know, for consumables, let's say, they just hand that shit over.
so
That's really cool. This place is real cool, guys. Cool.
seeing this,
Hot.
But
But wait, how long until either Aramel and myself, or Aramel the turtle myself, or in them or whatever, are we breaking into burning like another person, like the third person?
I mean, you are the third person.
Oh, I'm the third person.
You're the lowest constitution here. Or no, Armil is.
No, Aramel is absolutely the lowest constitution here.
Yeah, so Armil, you unfortunately pass out faster than anybody else.
Are you sure about that? I have 94 hit points, yo.
What is your con? What is the number of your con?
What's your con?
What's my con? 18.
Shit, so is mine. Oh no. All right, hold on. How do we do this?
I'm gonna flip a coin.
Yep, yeah, you are.
Pass
Roll a
it over.
constitution.
Tails never fails.
Heads,
Shit.
tails.
Oh, okay.
I'm just showing what it is.
All right. Okay.
Who wants to call it?
Aramel.
Marlon already called Tails, so.
yeah,
All right.
Heads.
Oh.
So does that mean that I'm drunk or that he's drunk?
You are drunk. You are the
Oh.
drunkest girl at the party,
Yeah.
my friend. You.
Number of times that I have prestidigitated without me knowing.
A bunch, from various things such as fart sounds to fun songs that you just kind of make appear and disappear.
I'm like making other turtles like drinks fizz and pop, and I'm like making all sorts of music come out of like the corners of each like room. I'm like having a killer time.
Yep.
I've got lights surrounding Aramel's head.
Oh yeah, you're having a blast, but then eventually your third or fourth Tecate catches up with you and you just boom down onto the table. You are very gently carried back to your bungalow by a set of turtles who lay you to sleep in the sand underneath a palm frond. But throughout the evening, you know, you guys also have conversation. You don't just make asses of yourselves. You do ingratiate. And you learn things about them. There are still some people in the society who can remember trading with mainlanders and, you know, having interactions. You talk to multiple people who have met Mac, who have had conversations with Mac. You also...
Do I learn, like, because clearly... Go ahead.
Do they seem to like mainlanders, or...
Totally! They're totally down!
Yeah, they're just cool with everything.
They're just like stuck. They're like landlocked. Like
Yeah.
You learn
So,
their
like-
names. You learn their names for things such as coconut and pineapple and pepper. You learn more about those wolves underneath the volcano from an older female turtle who wanders in at some point to have a drink and instead walks into a raucous party being thrown by 2 mainlanders and a lot of turtles. Armel, you just kind of idly ask, do you know anything about these weird wolves underneath the volcano?
Yeah.
And she explains that they are intelligent chromatic wolves who have taken up residence underneath that volcano and have been there for a long time. And are traditionally not hostile, although very standoffish and very territorial.
Yeah.
And are also wicked intelligent.
Those real quick before you run away from it.
Mhm.
Those people that I talked to that are like they've had conversations with Mac and like know Mac.
Yeah.
My next questions for all of those people would definitely be like, does he talk about his quote unquote children?
Rarely.
Has he ever mentioned me?
Who are you?
That's what I thought.
Well, you didn't say who you were.
No, I'm having these conversations with these people,
Yeah.
Gary. I imagine I would
No.
be...
Yes. And they don't get into specifics. They know of the idea of children touched by the typhoon, but that's not
Okay.
and over time the rest of you guys also sort of investigate out to figure out where the hell the other 2 members of your party are. And to find them surrounded by these locals.
So there's something I want to do.
Mhm.
After partying a little and trading for some of the island weed,
Mhm.
I want to go find the chief. And
Okay.
if Bonnie's not around.
Chief Tusk is not there. He is not partaking. He's a bit of an older gentleman. But you're able to find him not far away, sitting outside a fire outside his bungalow, kind of looking out over the surf.
Okay. So then Bonnie's nowhere to be seen.
Bonnie's not around now.
Okay. So I just want to approach him and basically strike up a conversation to knowing how like relaxed the islanders are.
Mhm.
I want to make sure that she's not screwing him on deals.
Okay.
And, because
He kind of gives you an eye, and says, this is not my first time dealing with greedy, voracious pirates.
I like this guy.
We have set up a system that is mutually beneficial. We get the goods we need. We provide the goods back. It's all perfectly fine.
Excellent.
As a society that does not operate much on money, that is up to her to decide, what she spends and how much money she makes over the things that her crews will return to the mainland. All we ask in return is for supplies, things that we can't have here on the island. We don't have much. We're a small group of people. There are only 600 of us or so, but, I'd like to know what carrots taste like again.
Absolutely. Okay. You guys have just been so nice to us. I just want to make sure you're doing okay by them.
It is much appreciated, and I am sorry that this task of taking care of our big block has fallen to you, but I cannot express how much my society will appreciate the gesture.
Not a problem. All right. And I'll just spend a pleasant evening with him if he'll have me. If not,
Sure. Yeah, he happily sits by the fire, swaps stories about, mainlanders he remembers from his time as a youth, a very, very, very young turtle way back when.
I'll use prestidigitation to show him various things that he's only heard of.
Yeah, and he tells you about other parts of the island, other fruits you haven't tried yet, caves that are hidden away under waterfalls on some of the outrigging islands as well. And you guys just kind of swap experiences. You talk about your time in the Feywild and talk obliquely about working for Oberon, in no specific terms.
Yeah.
He, as someone who was also was once a jewelry crafter, his hands have gotten too old and too, unstable to work the metal anymore, but he does have fine memories of that. And you guys talk about embedding gems in various things and the techniques you're using, what things have progressed, what doesn't, what tools are still being used, but what isn't. and things like that.
Thanks.
You know, Trev, Phaedra, Nyx, you guys also eventually find your way to this party as well and are completely taken aback by the wonder and generosity of these people. Phaedra, you especially. A few of the older people have seen, you know, tieflings before, but the younger turtle, not so much. And you're surrounded by people who are offering for you to like rub your hands on their shells so they can touch your horns, and you know, people just sort of poking you in weird ways, not like an invasive way, but more of like a, does that hurt? Like what? You know, that's just raw curiosity that is abounding from these people.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, knowing you, I'm sure you're equally interested in learning things about them and talking and poking their shells and figuring out how their arms work.
Yes. I asked some of them if it's okay if I can sketch some of them. And
all of them are totally on board of just, yes, of course, you know. We don't have a lot of artists here on the island anymore. It's kind of a lost art, but we would love to see, you know, what you could provide.
I mean, if you get me some like driftwood or something a little harder, I can try like carving so that way I can give you guys something, because paper's gonna like, you know, set on fire or get wet.
One of the very, very, very young turtle who have shown up, maybe only 30 or 40 years old, runs out and comes back with like this plank, this heavy plank, and hands it to you and goes, "Can you, you know, try?" Yeah,
I wanna draw like a little like scene of the island and like some of the turtles in the water and the kenku like on them. Like I want to try to give like a little like decorative thing for them.
You set a few different tableaus onto this one long panel, you know, kind of an overarching look at what the island looked like as you guys approached, but also the sight of Travis with the kenku standing on his back fishing. You sketch your first interactions with the coconut. You sketch Marleman's face as he had eaten the pepper, and kind of catalog these things, as well as just cataloging what, you know, the turtles themselves look like. You know, what they looked like carrying baskets to you, what they had looked like fishing, you know, things like that.
I forgot to ask, do you have a name for the island?
Yes, we call it Snap.
Okay, and then I like put that like at the top so that way.
I'm sorry, what was it, Gary?
Snap Island.
Snap, like a
snapping turtle.
Okay, cool.
I make like really pretty like decorative letters for it, so it looks all nice.
Marleman, sometime in the middle of your, you know, let's say 2 3/4 Tecate.
Bender? Yeah.
You see Trev kind of wander in, taken aback by all the noise and whatnot, but definitely like, okay, what's happening?
Hey, buddy!
Oh, hi. Oh, boy.
Woo!
How's it going?
You want one of these? They're delicious! And I immediately like look over at the turtle and I'm like, hey, yo, you that guy. Look, give me one of them drinks. Give me another one.
And you see, like, over the heads, they slowly pass one as a group over to you.
And I hand him one. Really?
All right.
Take a drink from this. This is gonna be amazing.
He is still shouting at you, even though you're standing maybe a foot away.
Yeah, no, but see, but this is me yelling because I'm assuming I am making that noise because I assume the party is very loud.
It's relatively loud.
All right. I guess.
Nonetheless, it's still that one level higher than because of being drunk.
Yes. It's delicious as well. You enjoy it. I don't know.
It tastes good.
How is your still mild social awkwardness and inability to understand social situations doing in this one?
You know.
Better now that he's hanging out with his bro.
Yeah, more comfortable. As long as they're these friends with me, and I'm comfortable.
And they definitely are. They don't seem to see a difference between Aramil and you.
Yeah, I am definitely not the kind of the individual who's going to go and initiate contact with folks. I'm just going to sort of hang out with, especially immediately identifying that Marleman is completely just fucking ruined right when I walk in the door. In lieu of going to hang out with anybody else like away from him, I'm just going to sort of be chilling with him.
You're going to chaperone
making sure
me?
he doesn't fucking hurt himself or anyone or make any other animals explode or whatever.
Good news.
That's a fair thing.
Good news. I now have advantage on any of these rolls that are coming up. Or I don't have disadvantage.
And you keep an eye on him. You know, there are a few choicey situations that happen. There's some, I don't want to call them inappropriate because that's not the term, but
I call one bird a cockatiel, and it was just a real mess.
There's some forceful language that is used accidentally, and some generalizations that are made that you apologize for him.
No. I will not allow you to backseat drive Marleman into a racism thing.
No, not like a racism thing. More like a, you know, hey, everyone here must be, you know, what's the right way to phrase this? It's definitely not a racism thing, more of like a, you know, oh, you know, everyone here must be friends, or everyone here must be cousins, or something like that.
That is a racism thing. I will accept you allowing me to be a rowdy asshole, where I am like bumping into people, and I'm knocking drinks, and like I will be a belligerent in that sense, but I will not allow you to make Marleman be a. No, I know that's not what you were going for, but I will not allow that to be where your narrative.
And the thing I was going to end with was, you know, there are situations, Trev, that you identify, even though you're also enjoying some of the booze flowing, and in other situations you may have had to be like, I'm sorry, he's an idiot, I'm sorry, but in this case, everyone laughs along with him, and you know, politely points, you know, that hey, please don't touch me by the tail, but you know, things like that.
Yes, those are the things that I think, like silly drunk antics.
Exactly.
Not asshole drunk antics.
Exactly. You know, at one point you accidentally almost set your drink on the head of a kenku that is standing next to you instead of the table. And Trev just and Trev just like gently guides your hand to the table. Nyx.
Question though, now that you mentioned that, sorry. How much taller are they? Like, are they not? Like, are they shorter than us? Like,
kenku are just about maybe an inch or two taller than Nyx.
Oh God! So they're like what, like 4 feet tall?
Less than that. They're maybe 2.5, 3 feet.
They're little. Oh, this is the best.
And for the most part, the kenku that are around stick to themselves. They talk in their own circles. They talk to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they talk to the turtles that they ride along with. Through conversations with people and just sort of understanding, you learn that the kenku and the turtle have like a very communal sort of relationship. But because their societies are just very different, they're friendly and they're compatible and they help each other, and it's a coexisting relationship. But they're not. Kenku are very different from turtles. Okay. Although they are friendly and they're willing to give and they're open, they're not joyous. They're not joyous people.
Okay, that's fine.
Nyx, a lot of the interest that you receive is both based on the fact that you are tiny, and also the fact that you have a tiny animal that a lot of them have never seen before.
Yeah.
So the one accidental moment when Pip kind of crawls out of your hood just to kind of investigate what's going on receives a gasp from the people around you, who all just sort of look and stare at him. Her?
That's a good question.
I don't know if I ever
gendered Pip.
Yeah, gendered Pip. I guess him.
It's just Pip. You know, Pip is Pip. It doesn't need a gender. You know, and they all just sort of look at it, and Pip sort of looks at them, and then they all go, "Hello," and Pip's like, "Ah." And I assume you're protective, but also, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to hurt it, no.
No. And, you know, the turtles that are around are very, you know, I don't want to say sheepish, but, you know, careful. And being like, can I touch him? Can I hold him? What?
Pip's pretty friendly. Pip does what Pip wants. If you put out your hand and he likes you, he might go into it, you know.
One of the turtles sort of reaches out.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, no, they have hands. They have actual hands. and reaches out a hand, and Pip sort of sniffs it a bit, sort of crawls into the hand a little bit, sort of stands, looks at him, gives like a squirrel-esque shrug, and then runs back down the hand and back onto your shoulder. Like, it's adorable.
I know.
And you have pleasant conversation with them as well. They're very tall. They're very big.
Well, yeah.
But you're used to.
Yeah.
You're used to.
Yeah.
You also try interacting with some of the Kenku, but they don't speak much besides chirping a word here or there. Mostly mimicry is the only way they can talk in common, at least. They have their own tongue, which Marleman accidentally comprehended languaged into. And they're smart enough to understand what you're saying. They just can't respond.
So wait, because obviously, comprehend language isn't permanent, right? So like,
correct.
How are we communicating with the Kenku?
They're a lot of bodily emotes.
Here's another question then. Because I imagine if I'm hanging out with a turtle that's being a tour guide in a weird way, not that I'm like pushing that role onto him, but that's kind of where I'm thinking it was going.
Yeah.
I imagine he is also translating.
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Would that be outside of my bounds to think that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Morgan, just one really quick thing about Kenku, just like unless
they're
Gary
not all cousins, I know.
It's not that. It's not that they speak a language you don't understand. It's that they don't have one.
Yeah, they were cursed to be unable to speak.
Yeah,
they can correspond. They can mimic other sounds, even like perfectly. Like they can mimic a language eventually.
Would Marleman know that?
No. And the thing that is being translated to you is a lot of bodily language and emotive, not squawks, but small noises, throat-esque noises.
Yeah.
It's something that I just don't think comprehend languages would even work for one of them.
It did, sort of. It was good enough last time when you were talking to the Kenku shaman to teach you about the peppers and whatnot.
If you can understand the turtle language, I guess that's probably some variant of what they're spitting out.
That was what was happening. It was echoing Aquian, and you were comprehending Aquian, which it was mimicking at you.
Okay.
As turtles, by their nature, don't speak common in their own society. They speak Aquian, but there are a few turtles who do speak common, and turtles are incredibly smart.
So I would imagine. So So I was gonna say, would it be out of the scope for me to believe that these turtles all speak common?
I mean, they definitely, for the most part, know enough to get by.
Okay.
The one you're talking to, he explains himself as a page of Chief Tusk. Not related in any sort of way, just someone who assists. So he knows more common than the rest, but the rest, they know a few phrases here and there. They know,
Okay.
They know enough to get by. Some of the older crowd know how to speak common fluently.
Learn something new every day.
You learn a lot of new. And you guys have a fantastically relaxing evening before you all kind of stumble back to your bungalow as a group.
Yay.
Marleman is placed at the bungalow by two very helpful turtles who, cover him up with a bit of sand in a palm front and leave him to sleep it off.
Sand? Am I gonna wake up with just covered in sand?
They don't cover you in sand. They just kind of give you a mild heat dusting.
Oh, good.
Sand does well to pick up heat in the morning, so you'll be nice and warm when you wake up. Whether or not your party decides to bury you, that's up to them.
Oh, I'm half tempted.
Yes. I believe I just heard a strong yes from Aramil.
Yeah, as the first person that was partying with him and passed out first, I'm gonna mess with him a little.
Can I make make it look like he's like a sexy mermaid? When
no, I believe you are out reading your book.
Everyone came to the party because y'all were being loud.
Oh, really? Oh.
And even if
I'm there, then I was working on a thing. So if I finish, then
I'm not totally antisocial.
Good point, Aramil. Or Trev. Good point,
Yeah.
Trev.
You would all have made it there eventually.
Mm.
And
Actually,
you do get
probably
turned into a
Arlo
mermaid.
would have just passed out right next to him. Also, like
Yeah.
for all-
Yes.
We like wanted to mess with him and just been like, I'm gonna do a
Actually,
thing.
no, I'm just gonna pass.
Just you kneeled down in the sand to begin burying him, dug your hands into the sand to start pushing it, and then just boom.
Yeah.
I imagine you were like one hand in to make a scoop and go like one shovel over and then immediately like let your arms like let go and your knees and your chest just fall forward and just
Face button, man.
right next to me.
And Phaedra
Almost
and
just like the day before, but
Yes, exactly like the day before.
but not quite.
and with a little bit of help from Trev, are you assisting with the burial or?
I honestly wouldn't, but I wouldn't try to stop them from doing it.
Okay.
So
Um,
I've got one patch of dirt on my chest.
Well, Phaedra does spend some time burying your lower half
Oh, that's good.
into a somewhat drunken mermaid bottom.
Good. What does that look like? A somewhat drunken mermaid bottom.
No. It's slightly misshapen. It's not like a perfect mermaid tail because she's slightly
somewhat
drunk.
Drunkenly made.
Yes.
You can understand my confusion here.
100%.
What do you do with a drunken mermaid?
And oh god, not again. And you guys have a relaxing, fruitful, very positive evening in the Turtle Society.
Fruitful,
Good.
literally?
I mean, you guys
Literally.
ate a lot of fruit,
Nice.
drank a lot of fruit. And tomorrow morning we'll bring a battle with the Beholder.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
not
a
tomorrow
hangover.
morning, but tomorrow. And a hangover. At least for some of you.
When you said a battle with, that was the first thought.
A battle with
a
hydration.
hangover, yes.
So we'll pick this up next week with what comes next.
Okay.
AKA a horrible hangover again.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Yeah.